Okay, no vex, Sir. Hello, everyone. If you have any question regarding to how you can actually create wealth and make money, let me know on this platform. I'll be here answering your questions on wealth creation, on how to be financially independent, and all the things like that. So feel free to ask me questions while I'm still around now doing this live stream. I'll be your anchor on this live stream. My name's again Great Mindsets, and or you can call me David Oni. So, in any part of the world, if this video is actually for you, so let's chat together, let's relate together, let's talk together, let's brainstorm together on how to make money, how to create wealth, how to build financial freedom, and the rest of them. Now, if you have not subscribed or not been subscribing to my video, this is another great opportunity because this one is actually on a live stream through my camera, my laptop, so we can, actually, discuss a lot of things. So ask me any questions, and I'll be answering your questions on this live stream. All right. If you have any questions that you want me to answer on this live stream, just feel free to ask me questions, and I will attend to your questions. Now, the first thing you need to know is that for each platform or the foundation for wealth creation. So, if you are just joining me, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and I'll be attending to your questions on this platform. We're going to be spending some hours together. So feel free to ask me questions and questions on what you can actually do to become wealthy. Ask me those questions and I'll be attending to your questions. This platform is for intellectual brainstorming, for academic excellence, for you can watch those videos, from financial, to the area of wealth creation down to the area of academics. So I've actually been doing videos on academics, on political science, on public administration, on the, anthropology and the rest of them. So feel free, feel relaxed and ask me your questions and I'll attend to your questions. Exactly leadership. The state government will have the responsibility to carry all stakeholders along and not, to make everybody feel left out. That I think is the issue. So, guys, if you have any questions on how to create what and how you can actually turn something small into something big, ask me your questions and I'll be attending your questions right now on my platform. So, just joining me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Now, a lot of you must have been asking, who is this guy? Who is this guy coming up on a live stream now? My name is actually David Uni. I'm actually a financial analyst, and also a teacher. I actually advise people on how to make money, how to create wealth, how to build themselves up academically, and also, to some extent, I encourage people, motivate people that there's no limit to how far you can go in life. That if you actually follow the precepts or the conditionalities and the conditions that are attached to life, that we can actually be able to achieve something good in life. So if you just joining me, if you have any questions on how you can actually create wealth, on how to become wealthy, on how to become rich, ask me your questions now and I'll be answering your questions. Now, I said earlier that if you want to become rich, the first thing you need to do is that you need to have what I call a job. When you have a job, then it's more easier for you to actually build a wealth. Now, when you have a job, and let's assume you actually have something that you're doing, you get paid at the end of the month. Like we're now in the new month. Well, let me congratulate every one of you. Welcome to another beautiful new month, the second half of the year. Welcome to you know the new month. So if you have a job and you're actually doing something at the end of the day, what do you need to do when you get paid? When you actually get paid in your job that you're actually doing, what we're saying here is that you don't need to spend all the money, you don't need to waste all the money because a lot of us actually spend money on ostentatious goods or extravagant things, flamboyant things, things that we don't actually need, things that will actually okay, things that will actually make us to be broke, actually make us not to have money. We buy liabilities, and what's actually a liability? A liability is something that cannot create value. Liabilities are things that cannot add money into your pocket. Liabilities are things that can actually create a hole in your pocket. Liabilities are things that can actually make you to go broke all the time. And we're actually in a materialistic society, what I call the dialectical materialistic society, or dialectical materialism, or a society that glorifies what you have physically. Maybe you have a car, you're wearing expensive shirts or expensive clothes, and you drive expensive cars. That's the kind of society that we're actually in. People glorify those things. People, they kind of encourage those things outside. So we're actually in a materialist society that encourages all these things. Now, what we're not saying here is that when you actually get that money, you don't need to spend all the money. You don't need to spend all your money. There's room for you need to make room for other things that are very, very important. So you need to avoid what I call liabilities, because liabilities will make you to be broke. Liabilities will create a hole in your pocket. So when you avoid these liabilities, then you have to go through three things. And what am I saying here? You have to divide money into spending, savings, and the investment. Spending, savings, and the investment. Spending, savings, and the investment. When you divide your money into spending spaces, savings, and investment, it actually goes a very long way in your life. And what is savings? You see, a lot of us actually make a very, very big mistake when we say we're actually saving money. If you ask someone, I say, I'm actually saving for the future. I want to be rich. I want to be this. I want to be that. So I am actually saving money for the future. And when I actually want to retire, the money I've actually saved can actually sustain me, throughout the time I'm not going to be working again. It doesn't work like that, because it has actually been proven beyond unreasonable doubt that when you're actually saving your money, though it's actually good to save money, but it is not good on the other hand to save all your money. All the money you earn in your life and you begin to save them, it's not idealistic, it's not encouraging, it will make you to go broke, it will make you to have, what I call financial burden. Why is it like that? You see, when you save money all the time and you don't invest your money, there's what we call inflation. What's inflation? When there's a high cost of living in the society, you see there's actually an inflationary trend in the country. When you put that money in your bank account, it's in form of a saving, inflation is going to affect that money. Inflation is going to affect that money. Do you get it now? Inflation is going to affect that money. And how does it affect the money? When inflation affects the money, it means that the money does not have any value. Now, imagine you have 500,000 naira in your savings account. I'm just giving an analysis here that you want to retire with 500,000 naira. And that money is not creating value. That money is not creating a multiplier effect. That money is not actually compounding. At the end of the day, what does it mean? It means that you don't have anything at the end of the day. Because by the time you start spending that money, you are going to realize that, that money will just get exhausted, because that money is not creating itself, it's not recreating itself. Because money is actually what? A tool. And as a tool, money likes to be used as a medium of what? Of facilitating growth. Do you get it now? So what we're saying is that when you actually, you know, compound your money, it means that your money is actually working for you. The money is actually creating value for you. So in this inflationary trend, people are actually complaining. People are, running very hard because everything is very expensive now. So when you save that money in a bank account, number one, that money is not creating value. Number two, you are making somebody else to be rich. Who are you making rich? You are making the bank to be rich. So the bank is actually making more money. And you ask me, how does the bank make more money? When you actually put that money in a savings account, the bank will give the money to somebody else at the end of the day. And when they give the money to somebody else, what happens? The bank is going to take what I call interest from that person. In Nigeria, interest rate is 8%. If you are lucky enough, some banks will charge it at 4%. Now, imagine you put that money in the bank and the bank is actually giving your money to somebody else at the end of the day. That means that the bank is actually making itself rich, but they are not making you rich. So the money is not creating value for you, but it's only creating value for the bank and not you. So at the end of the day, by the time you dip your hands into that 500,000 naira, you are going to discover that within a short period of time, that money is going to finish. But when you invest your money will begin to compound, your money will begin to grow, your money will begin to create value for you. So when you invest money, it creates value. But when you put money in the savings account, it does not have any value, but rather you are making somebody else to be very, very rich, which are the bankers. So the banks will not tell you this. The banks will not let you to know about this. And this thing I'm talking about now is only known by the elite, the rich elite. And this is a secret that most of them don't like want you to know. Because if they know that, if you know it, then you will know how to actually invest your money at the end of the day. So saving is good, but saving, you need to understand, is not for retirement. Savings is for actually what I call period of emergency. It's only for emergency. So if you're actually saving your money in the bank and you think they're actually creating value for yourself, you are not creating any value. The money is not creating any value for you. But at the end of the day, the money is actually making other people to be rich. So don't save your money in the bank. If at all you're going to save money in the bank, it be for emergency. And somebody will ask me, what do I mean by emergency? When you talk about emergency, we're saying that life actually happens. Anything can happen in life. You can lose your job, you can have an accident, you need to repair your car, you need to pay your children's school fees and the rest of them. So that money is going to be taken care of by what I call your savings. So savings is actually for a period of emergency and not for you know for wealth creation. I hope that one is actually well taken. So savings is not for wealth creation, but is for you know, emergency. So if you're just joining me, if you have any question, just ask me now, and I'll be attending to your questions